Shocker.
Hi everyone, welcome to Dreamlands Theatre of the Mind. My name's Philip. I'm the publisher of this Top Flight Universe game called MEI. I'm surrounded by the MEI partners. Say, let's get to work, MEI partners.
Let's get to work.
Am I MEI partners?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, how's everyone doing tonight?
All right, I'm still trying to figure out an 8th level spell. Now that we're level 15.
Oh yeah, we leveled them up to 15. I figured they could have 2 because not much happened at 14.
I really wish that there was just like a window that the Wednesday
game could watch. The problem is, well, one is there's one literally right below you on our screen because Cage is in that game. But two, she doesn't care about getting extra levels in that game. Also, they are about to gain a bunch of levels on Wednesday. They won't be 15, but they're gonna get a few. Well, welcome everyone. I'm here to announce that we're not going to play a game tonight because Marvel Snap is back, and I got dailies to complete.
Hey, did they give us things for?
They said they're going to, but they haven't. It hasn't happened yet. You know.
Also, that they are working on finding a new home,
a new publisher. Yeah. Hey, I'm the publisher. I should publish Marvel Snap, and I've got some recommendations.
You've got some ideas.
The House of Ideas. That's what they call Marvel. You know. So,
1 week later. Sadness?
What's that?
Is that your drink of sadness?
Do you call it that because you hate how it tastes?
Yes.
It is.
Makes me sad to know that people drink it.
It's so good. I also tried Liar's, that's the non-alcoholic spirit brand I really like. When I was picking up the non-alcoholic gin for this, I got their non-alcoholic bourbon. It burns. It's what I want.
Interesting.
I don't understand how it burns without alcohol. Maybe they're just lying to me. I felt weird and dangerous all day.
I wonder if they put like maybe there's
Weird and
it's not the right type of burn, but maybe they're just putting like some capsaicin or something in there.
Seed Lip does that, and I don't like it. Maybe it's something more like cinnamon because the capsaicin it's like spicy. It's a different thing.
Yeah.
But this has the more like I don't know. It's weird, but it's good. So anyway, just enjoying my Grony as in N-A, non-alcoholic Grony. That's what it's called on menus, and I appreciate the title.
Oh.
I was with KJ once when she ordered one of these she ordered a sidecar because I said it would be sweet, and we had a very different understandings. Yeah. KJ and I have flopped understandings of what sweet means in drinks and desserts.
Yeah.
Because to me, a drink that is, to me, anything she puts into her body is a drink that is too sweet. It is insane. And I prefer drinks that are much less like aggressively sweet with a little leather. However, I will happily get a cinnamon toast Eggo waffle and then wrap some mini Snickers in it and eat that with some whipped cream. I think that's a delightful dessert. And KJ, to my shock, doesn't want that as a dessert.
That sounds
too sweet. I don't know.
Sounds like an abomination.
Too sweet for KJ? What in God's name? Where can I ask you something, KJ? In that equation of cinnamon Eggo waffle, mini Snickers, and whipped cream, where does it cross the threshold of too sweet?
The combination.
But
I can have each one of those things separately.
But like if you were to do, which would you if it was like mini Snickers whipped cream, mini Snickers waffle whipped cream?
The Snickers needs to go.
Okay.
Interesting. And yet, I adore dark chocolate, and she does not. There's many layers. You know what is a complex? You know who our complex common is our collective. We are interesting people. Is my point.
We're like ogres. We got layers.
Wait, ogres? What?
Shrek.
Are you saying we're like onions? Is this a Shrek joke? I'm sorry. I've never seen Shrek. That's not true.
I've never seen
Remember when
Shrek
you
either.
offered me a seasonal Oreo as a dessert, and I said that was the disgustingly sweet thing.
Yeah, shocked me.
It's just a fucking cookie.
You never saw Shrek?
I have seen Shrek. I really think it would be cool if I hadn't, but I've seen Shrek.
Why would you be surprised that I haven't seen Shrek?
God hasn't seen Shrek. That's impressive and cool.
Don't
tell Dan he'll cry.
But I was already adult when it came out. I didn't feel the need to watch Shrek.
You were an adult 25 years ago?
Nah. I forgot how old I am.
When
whatever.
did it come out?
I don't know.
2002.
2001. So 24 years ago.
2001. Okay,
Well,
that's
that
when I was
hurt.
starting
Thank you,
Kevin.
Kevin.
High school then. Okay, I'm a little bit off, but nah, I just didn't feel the need to watch Shrek.
Maybe we should just play Marvel Snap and watch Shrek. As part of that was today's.
Is that-
I
is
like the
what we're
first
pivoting
half
to?
of this plan so much, and then I'm out.
But that's the thing, though. You can just play. You can just ignore it while you play Snap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as you do when you watch TV, anyways.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. There are
You watch TV? What the hell?
there are certain shows that are Marvel Snap shows because I really don't care about them. I just like them as
You
background.
goddamn Zoomers.
I am a Zoomer. Believe me.
If I put it on a TV, I tend to pay full attention to it.
That's really impressive.
Is that a
It depends
Zoomer
the
thing?
show.
Because I've been doing that since I was fucking 10 years
Yeah,
old.
I was. When I was
it's a Zoomer thing.
in the year of our Lord 1994, Heaven was putting on cartoons and playing the Game Boy. That was the greatest activity.
I did that my entire life.
Yeah.
It depends the show. Because, like, there's some shows that I've seen 8 trillion times that I just want to have some noise on in the background
Yeah.
while I play.
Yeah.
Like The Simpsons. Seen them all a million times. I want to play some Marvel Snaps, but I don't want to do it in like a quiet house, so I throw that on.
I've over the past couple of years, I've purchased a couple of original cells of from animated shows. You know what animated cells are goddamn expensive as oh my god is The Simpsons. If you'd like to get an original cell from The Simpsons, it's
Well, that makes
Which is
sense.
funny
Difficult to
because
do.
it's sort of counterintuitive about the whole supply and demand thing, right? Because you would think that your Batman the Animated Series cells would be more expensive because there's a lesser supply. There are 35 seasons.
That is incorrect, sir. There's only about 10 seasons before it's digital.
Oh,
I was
it's all
gonna
digital.
say.
Okay.
They're all digital now. Yeah.
A lot of animated series are all digitally made now.
Like you can only get cells from, in terms of like the Timverse stuff, it's Batman the Animated Series, Superman, and Batman Beyond. Justice League and Beyond, it's all digital.
Which is also
wow.
funny because Bart spends $500 to buy a cell of Itchy and Scratchy, and it's just like an arm.
Oh my god, wouldn't
Oh,
it be
yeah.
so cool to get a cell from The Simpsons that's that cell?
That's the cell? Is the cell?
The cell of him having a cell, that would be, it would go all
I
the way
remember
down.
Remember when Anime Expo over here used to sell like the cells from anime back in the day? But they're pretty much all been sold off now. They
That's
don't
the
do
trick.
that anymore.
Well, they used to sell the Batman ones in the Warner Brothers studio store in malls. And as a kid, of course they were very expensive then, but I just wish I'd bought one then.
I remember
Anyway.
when I worked at Warner Brothers, they would do like a sidewalk cells. Like if you were on the lot, you could just walk up and they would sell like cells from Hanna-Barbera cartoons and all of that. So you could just kind of go through, and they would just be outside the Starbucks that they have on the
Holy
lot.
crap, these are expensive.
Yeah. They're pretty expensive. Anyway,
They're all the Simpsons ones are all the cheapest one I've seen is $575.
oh, that's a good price. Link that to me. I want to check that out.
Oh, anyway, I say that all that to
yeah.
say
Yes.
that's why I don't watch a lot of media, because I need to actually book time to spend 90 minutes watching a whole ass movie.
I understand. Yeah,
not doing anything.
Yeah, and for things that there are many
For things I don't really care about, like
Yeah.
watching Shrek, I'm not putting in the 90 minutes just to finally catch up on what all the memes mean.
No, yeah, that's a thing for sure.
It's also probably longer than 90 minutes. But let me ask something of the group here about our actual game here.
Oh yeah.
89 minutes. Wow.
Maze. I'm trying to figure out an 8th level spell to take. My 8th level spell.
Okay, let me look at the spells.
So Maze, Power Word, Stun, Mind Blank are the 3 that are kind of in my brain right now as
Interesting.
seemingly good options here for just because again, a lot of times I'm taking spells because either I think they will help us negotiate for something, or that they would be something interesting that we might need to put into an item, right? And so either the banishing someone to a maze, making it so your brain can't be manipulated,
Sure.
or just stunning someone.
Interesting. They're all interesting spells.
Is glibness interesting at all?
Glibness is a very interesting spell for. I mean, and you might just want that because if you take glibness, you can utilize that in some skill check somehow. You know.
That is true.
Just hard 15s all the way through.
I've always found antipathy sympathy to be a really interesting spell, but I don't.
Also interesting.
Well, as you think that over, I guess let's go ahead and get into the game here. In our last session, which was 2 weeks ago, we were off last week. But 2 weeks ago, you guys were going to do a million things. You were going to finalize the design of your signature piece. You were going to build 2 different items for 2 clients, but it wound up only being 1 client, for the mystery mage was in fact Masquerade, a fact that was lost on some of you, and pretended to be lost on some of you by others of you. The point being, after a very impressive showing of doing multiple layers of lots of stuff, you guys designed an item that could be easily built as a sort of, you know, like, I don't even say assembly line, because it's each one will still have care and they're all handcrafted, but a sort of, you know, you can hire a team to just sort of do that, and they can go and sort of churn those out, you know, several a day, and you can create a stockpile and start selling those, which is great. You also only had to craft 1 item. Oh, and you called that the Mind-Body Brooch. You also crafted an item called the Mirror of Flattery for Masquerade that allowed her to capture additional essences of creatures who she would shift into, and thereby gain some modicum of their power, like up to kind of the equivalent of a 6th level spell, which is pretty darn good. So in other words, if she's copying someone who's like a fire supervillain, she would be able to cast, you know, she'd be able to do like 6th level spell worth firepower. So ultimately she was very pleased. There also were some weird... What's that?
She should be. We did very good on that.
You did. You somewhat, to my surprise, you guys, you really like... You put more into that than you did to the design of the thing. Not that you did the design of the signature piece, the Mind Body Brooch, badly. It's just you really do put the client first, and that's why you have such a good reputation. It's burgeoning. Meanwhile, Maria and Utamata set up the stables to become the workspace for this, and that devolved into... I think in my recap, I wrote the flirty question mark vibe, because it's really one-sided in the sense that Maria isn't so much flirting, she just messes with everyone. Just kidding, she only messes with you. Just kidding, she's not messing with you. This is really how she feels. Or is it? I don't know. It's alright, don't worry about it. And Utamata, that's not how Utamata works. So. Also, Oshin had some issues with, Sheen had some objections, some issues with how some of the stuff that Lustra was saying to Masquerade about like turning into certain people for the fulfillment of sexual fantasies. Interestingly, Lustra saw nothing wrong with that one, but she did apologize for leaving a light off for a second too long yesterday.
Yeah.
Lustra's
people are complex creatures.
Lustra, you know, she does what she does. In any event, after a well-deserved couple of days off, you have come back to what is now a difficult task, which is expanding your staff. Because you need to hire 3 new people. You had some options for how big you wanted to go. You could have taken out a loan and hired a bunch of people and built a big place. You could have tried to just do it from what you had. But you elected to kind of, you know, spend a lot of money doing that, bring more people in. So you're kind of, you're not really flush with cash now. You've kind of dipped into the reserves that you got for getting to like sell an item, be paid for an item twice, be paid for the staff of the item twice, and the, you know, the book you stole and all. So like you were doing great, now you're kind of like low in cash flow, but you're ready to hire, start the production. And you all have made, like each one of you has, you know, put together 1 or 2 of these, so you have some, you can start selling them to people and kind of, and there's a long waiting list. People are very interested in these Mind Body Brooches. You've announced them. So, as we gather, in Lustra's office, she had you are all aware. Well, maybe Faunelin's not, but if Faunelin had been paying attention, she would be aware that Lustra has been, like putting out. She's been talking to some prospective employees, putting out feelers, also talking to current staff. So she has kind of a report of best practices for you. So, did I forget anything from last time? Anybody wants to remind us of or mention? Otherwise, we'll jump on it. Mr. Glurk, were you here last time? Okay. So that was all news to you. Perfect. Okay. So, yeah, basically what you missed was the master mage was like, kind of irritated that like, oh, so you'll make two things, and yet because you see I am Masquerade, and she revealed she was actually Masquerade, and they were like, where's the master mage? And she's like, no, there isn't
Who's on first?
Yeah,
We kept that going for a long time.
really did, everybody. Everybody, make sure you grab your hero dice, your crafter dice today,
I should probably just grab dice in general.
and dice in general. So, as we begin, golly, there's a lot of I have a lot more notes than usual because of all these NPCs. What this game needed is more NPCs to.
Whose fault is that, I wonder?
Jeremy's?
Actually,
Jeremy's.
Speaking of whom,
Jeremy.
we'll get to that situation. So Lustra welcomes you all in. After apologizing, she says, I'm really going through a phase, everyone. I am sorry about my nail polish.
What is it? What is her nail polish?
Her nail polish today is off-white.
Love that.
Obviously, we do have another item to craft. It is for another one of Earth's heroes. Her name is Eternal Flame, and she is looking for an object that will let her fly. So, to be honest, even my understanding of magic items, this is not going to be a particularly hard one for you to craft. So, we don't have to spend too much time on that. The bigger thing that needs to happen relatively soon is we need to make some hires to expand for putting together the Mind-Body Brooch, for which we already have a waiting list.
Oh, yay.
Now, I want to get part of this out of the way before we begin. We have a few. We are, in order to make the Mind-Body Brooch, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but based on how you have described it, we are going to need full-time smithing, tinkering, and jewelry making to enchant these properly. That is the sort of the setup that you all created. Am I correct about that? Maria explained it to me, but then she kept saying, just kidding, and I just didn't have the energy.
No, I think that's about the likes of it, yeah.
Perfect. So, in terms of so that means that however we place people, we are going to need to bring in a smith, a jeweler, and someone pretty proficient in tinkering.
Yes.
Because even if we pull from our current staff for those roles, we're still going to need
We'll need to fill the open
slots, positions in the rest of it. In addition, I wanted to let you know about those in-house promotions that Cherish, one of the apprentice artisans, is very adept with jewelry and has expressed... I wouldn't even say he has expressed strong interest in making the Mind-Body Brooches, but he definitely is intrigued by them, and I get the impression he would be very happy to move over there and be the full-time jeweler. For that, he is only an apprentice, though. But I think he has the... And you guys would... Cherish is pretty good. He's a tiefling. Neither of our smiths, Asthenos or Tarawin, I think have any interest in making jewelry. Tarawin kind of suggested maybe she would, but I think both of our smiths, Asthenos is very much a sword maker, and Tarawin is very much an armorer. So I think
can help out
they should probably stay where they are, and we should bring in a smith for this role. As far as our tinkers go, Drackley is a journeyman, one of your apprentices, a deep gnome. Not really the area of expertise, but I got the impression from Drackley that Drackley genuinely he does not care what he does. He is just here, happy to be, booked and blessed, as that's a phrase you would understand, right, Fondelin? So he is, he's simply here to work, and he'll work over there, or he'll work on the new jobs. He's fine. He is much more fixated on his own masterpiece, which is some kind of magical boot. The other person who actually could handle the tinkering, this would actually require us not to get a tinkerer, but someone with other skills, would be Utamata. However, Utamata said that if Maria is involved, she does not want to be involved. So, I mentioned that simply to say the only one who expressed any definitive interest was Cherish. The only one who, and it was minor interest, so I don't think Cherish will be offended if you bring in one of our new employees, or our new hires. We'll get to those in a moment. And as far as Drakli goes, pretty even. As far as Utamata, probably not. I would not bring the smiths in. I think we should bring in a new smith to handle that.
Sounds reasonable to me.
So, do you want to have Cherish move over to that, or should we talk about the jewelers we have on the jewelers who might be interested in? There are 7 candidates of note in town who I think might be able to fulfill these roles, and I will talk you through them in a moment. And apologies that there's 7, but whatever powers that be really like to have too many options in these things. So there you go.
No, don't know. It's a good number
Who
of
are we
candidates.
as a co-op? Do we believe in promoting in-house before finding people?
It is in this instance, that is certainly a question you should discuss. The question is whether or not it is a promotion. It is not. It is a specialization. You're basically telling Cherish seemed interested in, I will only work on making this one jewel in this exact way. That appealed to him. For everyone else, it was either not of interest to make these brooches, or was a negative.
Well, I think then if someone is sort of interested in the monotony, it sounds like the job will have, or the repetitiveness of it, maybe there is. If that's something that appeals to someone, then we should let them do it.
I think it might make sense to promote Cherish to it. But again, we'll want to sort of speak to the new hires, because another thing I'll mention, is that, I've gotten interesting reports on some of these other figures in town. A couple of them I think are quite adept, but that doesn't always translate to me thinking they would be a good match for the culture. That being said, people who are siloed over there making that don't potentially need to be as good a match to the culture, because they won't be helping you with items. Just a thought. So, let me tell you about the figures. However, as she prepares to do that, your dear friend, Will actually say, I actually, I think it's pretty important that we have that under control over there, right?
The amulets?
The amulets, yeah, that's pretty important. I got some other projects I sort of want to work on, and I'm thinking the hours probably are better working over there, right? I think maybe I'd like to just go handle that and be the smith for that. I can still go with you in the morning to recall back and teleport and all that, but to get more amethyst, but it might just be easier if I do that. Then I can keep an eye on it all.
Not too hard for you here, huh?
Yes. Well, no, just I have other stuff to do. Other passions.
You're taking that correspondence course, aren't you?
Gonna draw that cartoon turtle soon,
No comment.
Well,
Lustre
that's what you want.
Oh, well, okay, that means, well, then you definitely are going to need to hire another smith. You'll need to hire a very good smith.
Yeah. We'll definitely have to replace them.
Oh
Someone
dear.
that'll help me out with the smithing because I'm the only smith left.
Yes, you'll need to hire someone who they. She kind of looks around as if like worried and like, we don't want the guild to hear this, but we need to hire someone. You probably don't want to try to like split yet another partnership in, or maybe you're open to it, but there's also a lot of admin we have to do. You'll need someone who is a master craft level smith to help you.
Of course.
Or at least close enough to it, because though Tarawin and Asthenos are both good, Tarawin is a journeyman, but she is she's not ready. So this has become a more difficult hiring process. However, let me tell you about the individuals we have. Oh dear. Well, this actually is a bit complex. There are two individuals who are capable of smithing work, and who are probably good enough to sort of pick up the slack for Will. The first, her name is Gorza. She is an Orog and a Steel Druid. Are any of you familiar with that? Anyone who'd like to may roll a Nature or Arcana check.
Arcana.
5, so 20.
Okay. Calm
32.
down. 32.
God damn it.
24. Fonelin, are you rolling?
Can you use my passive 25?
What is it?
Nature or Arcana, your choice.
Oh. Oh, that is. Fuck. 33.
Okay, so Fonelin and Mr. Glurk are actually
For
familiar with
Arcana.
Steel. And you know what? I'm just gonna roll one for Will, like for old time's sake. Yeah, he's heard of it too. He rolled a natural 20. That's not for helping you guys. But a Steel Druid, Fonelin and Mr. Glurk are familiar, is a very, very, very rare druid circle. They view worked, like finished metal as natural. Unlike druids who deem... There are druids who are like, well, iron ore is fine, but like once you sort of melt it down, you're changing it. It's not its natural state. These are druids who say, no, it's totally natural. It's just the metal that grows it. It's like the bones of the earth, and you bring it out and you refine. It's like, how's it any different than us doing carpentry? They're kind of...
A very
that's their
logical.
philosophy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it's a combination of that and just that like Steel Druid sounds fucking badass to me. I don't know. That's just a me thing.
I just think of steel drums.
So
That's
yeah,
all I'm
exactly.
thinking
Yeah.
of.
So
This sounds
Gorza,
like when they introduced the steel type in Pokemon.
It feels like it's like Steel Druid was definitely like a 80s hair metal band. 100%.
Steel Druid. So Gorza is a very adept crafter. She was mentioned. So just for Ka and Kevin's benefit, I counted both total mentions, which is an indication of how good people are, but also if the mentions were positive or negative, meaning how good a fit they'd be for your organization. Gorza has a net 8 positive mentions, and her overall, she had 12 mentions overall. So Gorza is probably a pretty good fit just based on the people who've met Gorza since she's been in town. And she's pretty darn good. I'm going to say because like there's a, I don't know that she is as good as Will. But she's a smith.
She doesn't need to be. I'm as good as Will.
There you go. Reginald's as good as Will.
I've maxed out on all my smithing skills, so
He
we literally are the same.
You can be the new chief smith. I like it. The other individual who is at that level, and I would actually say based on what my research indicates, this person is potentially your equal as a crafter. His name is Manticore, or the Manticore. He is a villain of Earth, though he claims that he is reformed. He's a mastermind spellcaster, so he creates lots of plans and schemes and does heists with his magic. He also has crafted many fascinating. Honestly, you should look into. She'll kind of hand out some information of it. You can look at some of the designs he's done. He's a very ingenious crafter.
The information in the form of comic books.
Sadly, no. Only if we were in CC7722, then it could be comics. But she'll say, so yes, this is Manticore, and no roll is required. He does you see some you know how it's the equivalent of oh, okay, oh, I see what okay, yeah, this is interesting, It's like you're a chef and you go to another, like, oh, I wish I'd thought of that. That's smart. Yeah, this guy knows what he's doing. However, Manticore received 11 mentions, and the mentions are not a pure one-to-one thing. Like, Manticore is a more adept crafter than Gorza. But his net value is -3. He had a lot of negative recommendations.
That's it.
KJ, but so many people were pro Manticore. Did you not know that?
I spent every day.
Yeah, she said Manticore bad every day, and I was like, you don't. And I texted her on the second day, you don't want to rehabilitate the Manticore. He's come here, he's trying to not be. He just wants to exist. He doesn't want to be evil. And she said, and I quote, "That's not my job."
I forgot about it until you wrote up the description of the Manticore. Scab King.
The Scab King. That was upsetting stuff from back in our pre-stream games. Yep.
I
Scab
think
King?
I've successfully blocked that out. I have no recollection of that whatsoever.
They fought a villain called the Scab King from Blood World, and it was grim.
Blood World sounds familiar.
Yeah, he was from Blood World. The Scab King. Let's not talk about him anymore. Let's talk about something pleasant, like the Interior Man.
Is that on the little portfolio that's handed to us? How in depth is this portfolio?
Well,
there are references to him. He once did something to create a gate to Blood World to mess with the heroes. It won't mention the Scab King's particular, but it does reference Blood World. Manticore's fine. You guys should hire him.
It seems fine.
Manticore is the equivalent of a master craftsman, though he's obviously not in the guild. But he is, a different figure. He's a different kind of person. I don't know how much we can trust him. I doubt he could. Well, he's pulled off some impressive heists there before, but for all those mentions, it was negative. But Faunal had expected it to be way more negative, so could have been worse. There was a lot of people sticking up for Manticore. Is the point?
Seems like he does some good work.
Does he? Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Glurk, do you mean that he does work that is of a good quality? Because he sounds like a villain. I don't think he does good work.
Yeah, good quality.
Okay, there we go.
I mean, even some of these little heist things seem intricately well planned.
Well, he was ineffective.
So he does bad good.
well,
You're saying.
he's
Doesn't let me see the vibe.
True Sight won't tell you the vibe, but it will tell you if they're disguised or stuff like that. Yeah.
Do I have anything that will let me see the vibe?
Is it pixies or sprites? You could get either one. Hold on.
The familiar.
One of the either pixies or sprites have heart sense, and that is one of the only things in the game. I think it's sprites. Sprites are one of the only things in the game that can literally tell someone's alignment.
Wait,
Familiar.
Paladins can't do that anymore?
Maybe paladins can. Heart sight, yes. Yep. They can try to learn it. A sprite can try to learn it. So that's your familiar?
Yes.
Okay. So Faudelin's familiar is a sprite, apropos of nothing.
Okay. So she has a little bottle of carbonated beverage following her.
Yeah. Stupid.
My familiar's a Sprite, and mine's a Dr. Pepper.
Her name is Cola.
Oh yeah, Dragonbait had that, didn't it? Yeah, Dragonbait did have something. I remember.
Oh yeah.
From Tomb of Annihilation. So in
Yeah.
any case, but the only like creature, only like monster manual thing, if memory serves, is actually maybe some angels have it. Anyway, the point being, yes, one of your familiar that we forgot you had. What's your sprite's name? Please have it be 7-Up. Cola. Okay.
Starry.
Oh,
7.
no.
Sierra Mist.
Sierra.
Surge.
So, but
7.
is it your sprite's name is Cola? I love that. Okay.
That's good.
This is why we're here, everybody. So Manticore, as basically, yes, Manticore is a. I have less optimism. Manticore will be a good fit for you, but to be perfectly honest, in light of knowing that Will is stepping away, Gorza or Manticore would probably be up to the challenge. Manticore is going to have a lot more practical knowledge of integrating things into complex. He'll probably give you very clever insights into stuff, but the complexity there is that he has trouble. Let me tell you of some of our other individuals. Ias Lornorin, who actually was considering making. He was maybe someone we were making an object. He was mentioned 4 times, all positive. Friar Stallius, who is a horseman like Bojack. He's a monk horseman. He actually had he had 5 total sort of mentions, but his score is 3 because he did have one. He had 1 negative mention. And he also, probably where that negativity comes from for Friar Stallius, he is also a gem crafter, so he would be the jeweler. Just so you understand who it is we're looking for here. I also should mention that the Manticore is proficient in every single tool. Gorza is proficient in.
I mean, that's what his resume says. I don't know. I mean, people lie all the time.
Very true.
We'll figure it out.
Sorry, but
is a
that
tinker.
actually leads me to the rest of my question.
Please.
Can my sprites see the vibe through the portfolio?
No, the sprite would have to.
It has to be the person.
Would have to do it on the person.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Friar Stallius might be a bit not a perfect fit because he wants any Stallius, yeah, like a Stallius, but also
Yeah,
Italius,
I got it
know.
now.
Yeah,
Does he require a specialized diet?
Well, he does. He oats, mares and oats, and dozy oats, and little lambs eat ivy. But he also wants his money donated to the Kolshin monastery, and he kind of wanted commitments of other donations as well. So there's some stuff there. Ias Lornorin is a fairly good jeweler, and despite he came in wanted help with some weird control devices, but he honestly might be a fine enough one. There is also a hero of Earth. Kind of, she turns to Faunolin like Faunolin will like this. Side note: is Faunolin throwing shade at the idea of villains, or is that just KJ? Just so I understand. Lustrous.
Faunolin has not looked at a single thing. She has been using prestidigitation to put glitter on her nails.
So she's not even paying attention to this whole discussion.
No.
Perfect. Okay.
If Faunolin is just gonna wait till they walk in and use the sprite to feel their vibe.
Perfect. Okay. There is also a hero of Earth named Lighthouse, the Living Beacon. He wanted to just sort of relocate here. He enjoys the sea, and he is a proficient in both smith's tools, tinker's tools, and his resume had in a very sloppy hand added on and sea shanty instruments and lighthouse fixing tools. So
It seems like I'm interested in this sea shanty. We should probably interview him.
Okay. Then there are 2 figures who I think you might be a bit familiar with. Zelda Quirk. Oh wait. Zelda Quirk and Joe Radlin.
Oh.
Zelda Quirk, you guys remember, as a brickborn who worked at QDL.
Nope.
That's racist. You can't say that.
No,
Kevin
they're
for
too,
and
they're
she
too solid.
But hold
for my
on, not
liking.
only that, she has check this out, Mr. Glurk. She is the third best crafter of anyone here. She had 9 mentions total. But she has a 1 score. Net score of 1.
That sounds right.
Because she was fired for reasons no one knows about from QDL. She's not talking, QDL's not talking. So something went down at QDL. And actually, anybody do an insight roll on Lustra as she tells you about this. It is uncertain why she was fired.
I'm doing the glitter on Lustra's nails too, just to.
Oh dear. Oh. Is it white? Is it just white glitter, or is it?
I'm going through colors. I'm seeing what looks best.
Oh dear. She's so scared of the colors.
25.
Mr. Glurk, you suspect that Lustra really wants you guys to hire Zelda Quirk because she wants to know what was going on.
Well, we can just figure that out ourselves.
Zelda Quirk does not seem like a very good fit. Some of you probably had run-ins with Zelda Quirk before.
I mean,
but she
net
wants
one
to
is
know.
still good enough.
Net one is overall positive and a lot of good
We're
mentions.
coworkers, not friends here.
Those Brickborn though.
You don't think we're friends? Well, that sort of hurts my feelings like that.
No, we'll set that aside. Glurk, what do you have against Brickborn? Did they shoot you or family or shoot your bar or something?
Look at them. They're just so.
The answer is that a satellite was going to be made in the image of Kevin's character, but instead at the last minute was changed out for a really cute Brickborn, and it no longer was Kevin's character, and Kevin has not let that go.
I feel like, wait, was that DJ3?
Yes.
I feel like he's canonically unlucky.
But look at them. They're just like so hard and solid.
Yeah, those are
Can't trust
positive
it.
things. It sounds like
That's
hard, solid, reliable.
generally most living creatures are hard and solid.
Yeah, you still got some squish and I'll poke.
I'm a 20 strength guy, so of us, I'd probably be the most muscular and thick out of all of us.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. So, she will. So basically, Lustra will say, I understand if you don't want to. Maybe we could just bring her in for an interview just to see if we get some answers. But I understand that she's not a good fit. The last figure is, of course, Joe Radlin, son of Zidian Radlin. You know, who just merged with that. He is also a negative, but he is a -1/5. So he had.
How many were actually positive?
Gorza, Ias, Lighthouse, Friar Stalius, and Zelda were all positive, and Joe and the Manticore were negative. But the Manticore is the best crafter of anyone.
Well.
And Lustra looks very torn because she says, I would not really even have entertained suggesting you speak to the Manticore. I would think you'd need to just because he's so adept, at least talk to him, but I wouldn't suggest him. But now that I know that Will is stepping out, oh dear, this is complicated.
Well, it doesn't hurt to having a little chat, you know? Nothing hurts that.
All right, so,
It looks like you're just drinking an egg yolk. Like every time, yeah, I feel like there's an egg yolk that's just gonna get sucked into your fucking throat.
He's eating balut.
Yes, and I should mention that we also did get, someone just said, whatever you do, don't hire Fleaman Seamstar. And I don't know who told us that. That isn't someone who was on our radar. But I will mention that, strictly speaking, Fleaman Seamstar had 1 mention, and it was negative. So that is definitely someone we won't.
Now I want to talk to him now that I'm told not to.
What's the skill assessment like?
No skills. No crafting abilities.
Not even seamstressry?
No, hates magic in all its forms.
Well, we're crafting here. We're not really...
Yes, he'll actively disenchant any items.
Huh.
And honestly, the other side of it is he will probably just spend all of his time ogling the women at the bonfire dances.
Question: do we have an ability to do an open position for corporate espionage? Because could he work for us, but then go work at QDL instead?
Do you really think we just have a position that is just called corporate espionage?
No, we'd have another.
That's like in the
another
newspaper.
job. It'd be more
MEI
like,
has hired a new corporate espionage agent.
We'd call it market research or something. But we're just the five of us talking here. We can speak openly and plainly.
In answer to that, we don't have the budget for that right now.
Good to know, though.
All
Might be a
right.
good future hire.
Or something we just have to do on our own.
So, are there any of our 7 candidates we can eliminate from the conversation that you don't even want to bring in to speak
The
to?
brick.
The horse.
The horse, the brick.
No,
No, we're
I think
interviewing the
the brick should
brick.
get a chance.
Okay.
We're interviewing the brick. I don't care what you
We're
say.
gonna interview the brick. We're gonna interview the manticore.
Okay.
Okay,
and
I
then the
spent
other one.
every day
I-
giving that guy a negative review, and he's still.
The son of the QDL. I don't trust it. I really feel like I don't want. I don't
And the
want
person
that.
who got fired for unknown reasons probably doesn't seem great.
Don't you want to know what those reasons are?
That's the brickborn, and everyone but you wants to bring that person in.
That's
Wait, the brickborn is the one who was fired for questionable.
Yeah.
All the more reason.
you just changed the position within.
No,
a
he didn't.
sentence.
No, he
I
didn't.
said
He
no.
literally said, "Don't bring in that person." Oh, that's the brick. Definitely don't bring in that person.
But you were talking about bringing the person who had the secrets on until it was.
Oh man. So.
I get the feeling your
let me
morals and sense of self.
tell you
is
what. Give
as
me.
fluid
Let's
as
do
your,
it. Let's do a thumbs up, thumbs down as I go down the list. Gorza the Steel Druid. Bring in.
I'll interview every single person.
Okay. Gorza the Steel Druid. Ayas Lurnorin, the former Tinkerer. He's a bit odd, but he probably would work well. He's a Tinkerer, so he'd only be in line for a tinkering job.
Are most of us tinkerers though?
We have a lot of tinkering ability.
I
Yes.
don't like that name anymore.
The what?
Which one?
Oh, I just.
Tinkerer. It
Tinkerer.
just sounds.
Okay.
It's starting to sound not great.
He just takes a little tinker.
Tinker. I just met her.
That's a no from Asheen.
Just think if like
On Ayas
they were
Lurnorin.
coming to us to craft something.
Can we have? Can I be indifferent?
Sure.
Okay.
Indifferent. We have a no and indifferent. Mr. Glurk.
Yeah.
Okay, indifferent. Reginald.
I will interview everyone, but that base just means to everyone. None of them.
Okay.
I'm
So if yours are all
full
at,
on.
then okay. So we will skip Ayas Lurnorin. Friar Stallius.
That's the horse.
The
The
horse.
half horse.
That's the horse.
The horseman. That's a no. He does want. He seems to be a man of the cloth, or the you know.
The mayor of the cloth. Was
Um,
it for?
Well, he'd be a.
I know.
Bag.
Just
Yeah.
let's work.
I get it. Or he'd be a. I guess he'd be a man of the saddlebags. I don't know what he is. The point is the saddle blanket. That's it. That's a no from Faunnelin on Friar
Yeah,
Stallius.
horseshoe.
I'll vote with Fallon. I don't
Okay.
really.
No. Anybody? Strong opinions. If Reginald's giving everyone a meh, we'll just move on from him. Gorza is a yes. Joe Radlin.
Remind me of Joe.
Joe Radlin is the Snake Man's son of Zidian Radlin. He has a high inheritance coming, and he can't get it until he works, and he was very arrogant. So yeah, that's a no. Okay.
We have one trust fund baby in this place, and that's me.
Okay, so far we are bringing in Gorza. Are we going to bring in Lighthouse the Living Beacon?
Sure are. If I want to hear those sea shanties.
Okay. Any,
I do.
Okay, that's positive
I'm also
for
into the
Lighthouse.
sea shanties.
Manticore?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And Shelda Quirk? The Brickborn?
Nope.
Oh yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a hard
Two
no.
yeses.
If
Hard
the
pass.
manticore is coming in, the brick bitch is coming in. Okay, that's
All right,
That's
so
it.
we
The
are...
Brickborn is a enthusiastic yes from me, just to cancel out
Understood.
Glurk's
All right.
enthusiastic no.
They're
I'll
a
show all
combo
of you.
pair. It's both or neither. Okay, we're not.
All
not-
right. So we're going to bring them in. Gorza will come in first.
How
Okay.
many? We have 3 spots.
3 spots are bringing in 4 people. However, it should be mentioned. Oh, this is actually important. Gorza is a smith. Only a smith. Only option of Gorza is the smith. Manticore can also smith. Manticore can do everything. Lighthouse can do Tinker's tools. Zelda can do Tinker's Tools and Jeweler's Tools, and honestly, Zelda could probably do... Oh, never mind. I was going to say that. Zelda probably cannot do the smithing that would be required. If you're to replace Will, I think it has to be Manticore or Gorza. There is a world where you bring in Gorza and Manticore as one of the other jobs, but if you're bringing Gorza on, it's to replace Will. Otherwise, Gorza is not going to be included. KJ, if Manticore comes in, I'm going to think it's really funny, and also I'll be really sorry for you. But oh my god, if Manticore joins the team, because that means Manticore will be... You don't understand, that means Manticore rolls on the crafting challenges. Oh shit, I'll have to make him villain dice, because no, he's trying to be a hero now, I wouldn't do that.
Just
the villain
bring
dice
the
are better.
fucking first one in. Let's do
All
this.
right, first one in is Gorza.
Are we
Gorza-
in like a room with like you know, how do I
In the back
I
rooms or something
figure.
like that.
I assume we
like Shark Tank, but not as like
the two most logical places we have the private showroom, or if we just keep the bar closed, right?
Sure.
Like
Wherever you want
That
to.
sounds like a ridiculous thing you just said.
Or you could bring them into like the workshop, you know.
We have the upstairs on this place,
Yeah,
right?
you could go to one of those rooms up there for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have an office in there.
All right, so you bring Gorza in. Gorza is a very large Orug, so kind of like an even bigger than an orc. Very sort of like sharp, intuitive eyes. She is wearing a sort of a cloak, and it does carry. She has various like steel. It is interesting because the steel, though very cleanly done, does have almost like natural whorls to the patterns. There is, you get the idea this is a steel druid of some kind. You recognize the idea that there is kind of like nature and metal together. But she sort of comes in and will sort of take a seat and look around, and she'll say, well, thank you for bringing me in. I do appreciate it. Wow, it's
What's the vibe?
impressive place. Well, what is your... I'm going to use your spell. I'm going to use your save DC, even though... let's do that for your familiar, just to make this interesting. What is your spell save DC? Because it's a charisma save for anyone you're doing this to.
It's under the spells tab, right next to the spell attack
Oh,
modifier.
that's why I'm not. Right next
Oh,
to
wow,
it.
it's not just at the top? That's dumb.
That's what I'm saying. There, 18.
18, okay.
Yeah, it's not just. I was just looking like at the base.
Gorza fails. Gorza, like most druids, is neutral alignment. But kind of sits down and says, well, yes, so I'm very appreciative of you bringing me in for an interview. I hear you're creating a new line and you need some people to work on smithing the jewelry.
Indeed, that is correct.
Wow.
Right, wait, which one of us is taking point of this? It's either me or Oisin, I think, because we're both charisma casters, charisma speakers.
well, we're also just sort of asking questions. So
I beg your pardon. I have a 20.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, funnels
Yeah.
are 20 charisma. It's everybody but Mr. Glurk. And honestly, Mr. Glurk should take
Will.
the lead.
It's Mr. Glurk and Will were the two. Yeah.
Will's not involved. Will's out.
No, but those are the two
yeah.
that weren't.
Those were the ones who
Huh.
weren't, yeah. He's not even involved in the interview. Actually, he really should be, since you might be interviewing the person working with him, but we'll get to that later.
Okay.
But Gorza just seems... I would say no roles required. Gorza just seems very kind of like calm, chill. She is just here to, you know... She seems
What
very...
have you made?
Great question. She pulls out...
Of course it is. I asked it.
Your portfolio.
Yeah, she kind of does pull out a portfolio. Gorza's work is very good. None of it is particularly flashy, but it's all very solid. Everyone go ahead and do, if you have proficiency in Smith's tools, you can have advantage on the roll. Otherwise, everybody give me like an investigation roll as you kind of peruse this stuff. And if you'd like to pitch a different skill, you could.
29.
But 29, okay.
34.
23.
34, 23. That was with advantage, Reginald?
That was with advantage.
Understood.
1 and 13. I'm not rolling good today.
So it goes.
14.
14. So Faunolin and Mr. Glurk, I think, have a sense of yes. She is clearly very good. She is not polished, literally in some cases. You definitely both have the feeling that this is someone who, if you said go off and make a beautiful metal blank, like use your smithing to create like X, Y, or Z, what she brought back might be very just like weird nature, not very aesthetic. If you said we're doing this, we need it to be this, you suspect it would be exactly what you asked for. So in other words, Gorza's not going to be bringing, well, unless you're ever like, I want a sword that looks like a leaf, and then Gorza's like, yeah, no problem. But Gorza is probably, not going to be bringing new crazy ideas into this stuff. Honestly, Gorza would be the perfect person to put back in the jewelry thing, if only Will had not thrown a wrench into that to move to that.
Oh, all right. So this one is to replace Will. So this one is for our bespoke products of smithing. Out of character. That's what this is for, right?
No, you aren't hiring. Will is going to do the bespoke product. Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes, your bespoke product. Sorry. Yes, Will is doing signature, so this is the bespoke stuff. And Glurk and Fondlin, you think she'll do it? She will roll with solid numbers, and she'll give you what she can.
We need.
How do you feel about making products for, say, necromancers?
Oh, I haven't done that, but sure. I mean, what? So, are you asking me which of these is closest to that? I don't know.
No, I'm not asking about your specific bodywork. I'm just asking if you have any sort of moral opinions about something.
Oh, I mean,
I follow Oisin's gaze at what he's looking at.
not really. What's
A cat that's about to fall. Sorry.
I'm joking.
Go ahead. In answer to that, though, she sort of basically says, no, I don't have a problem. I mean, I guess if you were like, people who really wanted to like cut down forests, I might be like, okay, could we not make something for them? But I mean, I get it. We're in the city, so
This will be a job where we take, commissions from all sorts of characters, and whatever they want to use it on, that's none of our concern.
that's
as long as it's not us.
tends to be.
If they try to use it on us,
I've made knives for people and they've turned them on me, and she kind of shows you a couple of scars and then says, so I just kind of so this one for example, see this scar here? So this guy, I made him a knife and he tried to stab me and he kind of caught me here. So then I just grabbed the blade and I picked him up and I threw him into the fire. And he kept trying to get out and I just kind of held him in there and I said, shouldn't have done that. That's where this burn came from, was when I was holding him down. I let him out eventually, but he learned his lesson.
What is your favorite thing to have for lunch?
Just leafy greens. It's also my favorite dinner.
That sounds really good. I'll go have that.
So Madeline immediately leaves the room and makes the salad right now.
Yeah, she's off to go get a salad.
Oh, Faye touched. Got it. Okay. So Gorza kind of just nods and says, "Well, thank you for your consideration. I do appreciate it. It seems like you have a cool place here." She's gonna just nod and she'll head out.
For every single person, I'll go up and shake their hand, like a proper. And while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna make a quick insight check, see, if they're nervous or anything like that.
Go ahead. Insight.
18 plus 5, which is a 22.
23.
23.
23 even. Gorza seems like Gorza has a McConaughey-esque, just like, it's all good.
Okay.
All right. But Gorza, if you hire Gorza will say great. If you don't hire Gorza will say great.
Very,
Before, can Fallen have the salad in time to come back to ask one more question before she walks out the door?
Sure.
How do you feel about bonfires?
They're not as hot as a smithy.
That is so true.
I mean, that's sort of a fact. It's not really a feeling.
Oh.
No, I feel like you stop at literally.
No, I mean,
feeling it, 'cause
if you feel it, it won't feel as hot.
Oh, I see what you're. Okay. I
Answer
misinterpreted.
as you
Okay. I stand corrected.
All right. Gorza heads out. Lustra kind of nods and says, Your next interview is here with Lighthouse." Lighthouse comes in. He's eating a bunch of those cookies. The biscuits, the floral biscuits. Oh, those are delicious. Well,
You're hired.
this is fun. Look at y'all.
That's not how this works.
Look at
That's
that.
how it works. We have to do the interview first.
What's your favorite shanty?
Oh, by the seas itself, by the surf and froth and tide. Look at this fella. He comes up to Mr. Glurk and says, "Oh, you're incredible.
Vibe.
You look like something I once fished out of when I was sailing around the Horn, and there was it was just a bunch of plastics, a blob of plastics in the ocean. But you look much better than that. What are you, friend?"
Mr. Glurk.
Mr. Glurk, I'm Lighthouse.
What is he shaking on Glurk?
Well, whatever
I have a
appendage
hand.
Glurk gives him. I'm Lighthouse, the living beacon, and his chest begins to glow. I live on Earth. I was part of the Guild of Secrets. Of course, they've been having some trouble right now, but I'm not a part of them anymore. But I came here. I love East. Seems like a nice place. Alignment. Chaotic good.
Hit us with a shanty.
Well, what shanty would he actually sing here?
Who
Okay.
lives in a pineapple under
It's
the
okay.
sea?
I can just imagine it. It's fine.
What shall we do with a drunken hero? What shall we do with a drunken hero?
Okay.
What shall we do with a drunken hero? Early in the morning. Put him in a program till he's not finally sober. Put him in a program till he's finally sober. Put him in a program till he's finally sober. Early in the morning. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up. He's also like a big guy. Gorza was a little taller, but he's really big. Compared to everyone here, he's a big guy. Yeah. Early in the morning. What a fun place this is.
Oh, okay.
These cookies are delicious.
What can you actually make?
Oh, sure. Well, I made a few things. I brought in a few pieces. I don't have so much that I've crafted, but I crafted this. Crafted this harpoon. That was a good one. Puts down a harpoon. It's like a +2 harpoon. Oh, I put down he kind of just shows you a few odds and ends. Oh, I got a compass. Hold on, I made a compass. It's in my other boot. Nope. Probably in the first boot. Nope. Where else could it be? There it is. Compass. Yeah, there you go.
Does it point north? Does the compass actually point north?
No, it points to your heart's desire. I call it the sparrow. Everybody, please do. If you have Tinker's tools or Smith's tools, you can have advantage on this. And please give me another investigation roll as you look over his material.
Can I get triple advantage? Because I have both.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
28.
28.
28.
It's
25.
a natural 20, so it's a 33.
33. So 20. So basically, Reginald Glurk Fonnellan. This stuff is weird. It all seems to be a little magic. The craftsmanship is good. Asheen, looking this over, you definitely think he would be he also does seem like he could fit in the sense that he's probably very affable. You don't think he you think if somebody wants to be left alone, he actually will leave them alone. He's not he's easygoing, kind, nice, but isn't gonna really get in people's face. He is probably the equivalent of an apprentice on the cusp of being a journeyman. So he is not you wouldn't hire this guy to be your team smith by any means.
No.
But whether to be a tinkerer just in the workshop with the rest of the crew, or whether to be a tinkerer working in the working on the items, you'd be fairly confident that he'd know what he's doing.
Okay.
Well, we already have one tinkerer, right, for the item?
Wait, but we have to replace that one.
If
that
you
person in our
send a
workshop.
tinkerer to there, you'll need to replace him, or if you do.
Yeah, if we send Cherish over to the.
Well, Cherish was the jeweler.
Jeweler.
It's different. Right.
The only, I mean, the jewelers who you've brought in now, I will also say you might be able to get away with sending over 2 tinkerers and no dedicated jeweler, you know, because you are getting the amethyst straight from the source, you know? So, like, basically, if you look at this and you're like, we don't want to hire, you're like, but Zelda is I keep calling Zelda, but I spelled it with an X, so it should be Shelda. The point is, but that's the vibe of Lighthouse. He's very,
okay.
You know, he's kind, affable, seems perfectly capable of, seems totally on the same level as, like, Drackley in your, you know, in your current workshop. And if you have any questions for Lighthouse?
I want to ask, what is it? His oldest work and what's his most recent? Because I want to assess his rate of progress, his growth.
Oldest work would be this. It's just a little whale carved out of, like, you know, narwhal horn. It has the tiny magical property of, if you hold it to your ear, you hear, like, you know, the ocean and a mermaid cursing. His most recent item is the harpoon. He's very proud of his harpoon.
Oh. Very finely. Are they roughly made, or are they finely constructed?
They seem intentionally rustic. If that makes sense. So like
it's
good craftsmanship, but his aesthetic is like, I carved it from the sea itself.
Understood.
Yeah.
It superficially looks very old, but it's very, I can tell it has new
It
components.
looks rustic the way some, like, ludicrously expensive restaurant that has lots of driftwood on the walls is rustic. Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right. Okay. Huh.
Well, very good.
Is there a way I can, like, use my charisma to look him down, see, does he have potential?
I don't know if your charisma could tell you that. Are you? I think based on your, what'd you roll, a 28 on the on your investigation?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think with more instruction he'll get good. Yeah, you see progress. He certainly has potential.
All right.
Yeah. All right. He'll sort of thank you all. He's gonna stop by the kitchen on the way out because they told him he could. You can do your insight roll if you'd like, but yeah, he seems a.
Yeah, 24, so he seems good.
Seems a nice enough guy. Next up is Shelda Quirk. Thunk, thunk, thunk.
Which one is this one? Is this the Brickborn?
The Brickborn. She comes in. She walks in, looks at Mr. Glurk, and goes, "Oh, brother. I remember you. Oh, wait.
Wait, are we... You're coming in for an interview and we're doing this?
Oh, brother. You guys.
Told you we shouldn't have brought him in.
Her.
All right, well, congratulations. You got me groveling for a job. You did so good for yourselves, and I was a fool to stick around, and look at me. Congratulations.
No, look at me.
I don't want to look at you.
How did you...
I get the feeling if you have this attitude, there's a... Let's set that aside for, you know, set that aside for now. Deep breaths.
It kind of makes some sense because, like, this is like a former coworker of yours, you know.
Yeah.
And Fondlin, are you trying to do an alignment? She passes. She saves against it. You don't know.
Look, I feel like I should just sort of cut to the chase here. With the question that's going to be on top of our mind, no matter what we ask here. There's a lot of silence on your departure from QDL.
Not saying a word about it. If you just brought me in here for that, you guys can all take a long walk off a short ease.
Well, without getting into specifics, because if we're going to hire you, we should know something. Was it your fault or was it theirs?
Theirs.
All right.
What did they do?
Insight that? See if that's
you can do an insight. Everyone may do an insight check.
Sure.
Do any of my spells... Something about lying? Did we just talk about this?
Glibness makes it impossible for people to know you're lying.
Oh. Final one doesn't lie.
Mine is 19.
17.
Was insight you said?
Mm-hmm.
Insight.
Insight, yeah.
Can I guidance myself first?
Sure.
Why is insight?
He'll see you doing it and be like, huh? But go ahead.
Oh, nat 20!
Plus your
28.
wisdom stat, 28.
24.
Okay. Well, she rolled a 6, so yeah, you all know. She definitely thinks it's their fault, but there's probably some stuff that was her fault, and she's just breezing what she's just brickborn stomping right past that. Doesn't want to talk about that stuff.
All right. So we'll set that aside for now. Maybe we look at your portfolio that you worked on while you were at QDL.
As if you haven't already seen it. You guys know what I can do.
I mean, we left a while back, so I don't know what you made of it.
She spreads it out. Great work. Good stuff.
Huh.
She's good at what she does.
She got even better from when we knew her back in the day.
Ooh, that's a good question. Investigation, and if you have proficiency in jewelers or tinkers, or calligraphy.
So it's triple.
That's triple for me too.
If you have 2 of those, it's triple. If you have 3 of them, it's quadruple advantage.
Man,
But do
I'm
your
glad I asked for
investigation
the
roll
triple.
to look
Wow.
We're doing Calvin Ball here.
Yep.
It's,
Wow.
Investigation.
Triple advantage. My highest roll was an 8.
Ouch.
So
27.
that's 23.
I do love the stats
30.
with us. Man, I only rolled an 8. 27.
33.
33. 23, 33. Funnel it.
14 on the die.
What's your investigation mod?
24. I rolled.
10.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 24, 23, 33. Reginald?
Oh, 27.
27. She's good. She is certainly, you don't think she is like your level. She is a journeyman craftsman. She's probably close to being able to get a master craftsman thing. She is really good at detail work, which might be a very good thing to have her be out there. You think she'll probably say that's beneath her, but you know, who cares? She's getting paid. She is a detail work person. She is like fine filigrees. She would probably just start putting filigrees onto the things like that you didn't even design in there. She'll probably make them more complex and nice looking, just like because she can just do it so fast, you know.
Oh.
So she'll plus stuff up kind of like without being asked. But she has an attitude against every single one of you. Less a Sheen actually, because she worked at QDL, not at Radlin. So she knows them a little more than you. She's still giving you the side eye.
Sure.
The crack.
Well, I threw my lots in with them. I get it.
I'm sensing a lot of tension.
Yep.
Let me lead you in some yoga poses. It'll be really relaxing.
Yoga.
Yes.
Let's see, Ben.
You want to see my maximum stretch?
Oh my gosh, that is so good. Thank you for trying. Now let's keep going.
What was the last thing you worked on?
That one. Pretty damn good, huh?
Bonnelin's just doing yoga next to her and like not even realizing.
Just excellent
Sir.
work.
Is there anything in your exit that would make it bad for us to bring you in?
Why would she say that to us?
If you can't handle working with me, I understand. You never
Nope,
start.
see you later.
Fine. Psst, whatever. You know you're not going to get someone as good as me at this. I know you're making some new brooches. I hear people ordering them. I even saw someone wearing one. It looked fine.
Was it the Master Mage?
The Mystery Mage?
Mystery Mage.
No. Never seen him.
Only we can get the Mystery Mage. We can only get the Mystery Mage to wear it.
Yeah.
I always like that. You mean the master? Like, do you want this thing? No, you mean this one? Yeah. No, never.
No, not that. She'll, but anyway, she packs stuff up and says, well, you found me once, you know how to find me again. You come to your senses and hire me. I'll do good work for you, because...
I stand up and shake her hand because it's customary.
Yep.
Does she take the hand?
It's brick. Oh, yeah, she'll shake your hand.
Okay.
Her hand is brick
Thank
and
you for
rough.
your time.
Yep.
Feel free to grab some of the cookies on the way out.
I don't care about cookies. Okay. They're fine.
She had like a doggy bag or something.
Into a
like that.
Ziploc bag in her purse. See ya. She walks out.
So
And
how do we feel
Lester
about
just goes.
her?
Lester just goes. I really thought we were gonna find out, but she wasn't giving us anything. It's like her face is a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's real stone-faced one.
Yeah.
I think we need to go through some sensitivity training if we're making jokes
Right.
like these.
Yeah, I think they're all
Says the
all in good
human
fun.
to a bunch of other races here.
Yeah.
In any event, we do have one more individual to interview.
bring him in.
All right.
She goes out.
All right. This is the Masticore, right?
The Manticore.
Oh, Manticore. Right.
So the Manticore comes in. He is a very striking figure. He has he kind of looks like aristocratic. He's wearing like a blue velvet, blue or green, hold on. Dark green suit with a bow tie. Very kind of like Victorian vibe. He has a cane. He has a mane of hair and his teeth look sharp, but he is a human. And you don't see like a scorpion tail or anything.
Sorry, wait. So if he's human, is that like part of his outfit, or that's what he looks like?
Which part?
Well,
Like
You
the
would-
mane and the sharp teeth.
It's like imagine his hair and beard resemble a lion's mane, and his
Okay.
teeth look kind of sharp, but he looks like a human.
like Lion-O.
No,
Kind of what I got in my head going
not Lion-O, because he has a human nose. KJ, look up the owl Spider-Man, and that's like the vibe of, or it's like the Penguin in Batman. You know?
Which adaptation of all of these characters? They've been adapted a million
Oh,
times.
damn it. Look up the owl. Okay, fine.
Side
yeah.
note, I do see just like an owl with a Spider-Man suit on, and that's super cute.
No, like,
I mean, that's pretty great.
where's a good?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Leland Owlsley is who you're looking for. He's a he's got like kind of like his hair resembles like owl stuff, but he's just a
Yeah.
man.
Just a man.
Just a man with a man's courage.
Sure.
So
it's like Sabretooth.
Sure, like Sabretooth is not
Sure,
actual
sure,
Sabretooth
sure.
tiger. But it's the
Okay.
closest thing.
Sabretooth from the what is
Like
it?
the cartoon, yeah, from X-Men.
Oh, was the cartoon or live action or both? They look similar.
Same vibe, by the way.
Okay.
Manticore sort of comes in and says, "Thank you so much for seeing me. It is
And then
appreciated."
Fawnelin finishes her yoga.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. You relax so much, you turn into a whole different person.
The brick left.
Oh.
I see.
Anyway,
Well,
I'll shake the Manticore's hand upon entering. Good, strong,
Vibe check.
aristocratic shake.
it's actually like not gripping too hard to show how fancy
Right.
it is.
Exactly that kind of strong.
You're doing your heart. You're having your animal do the heart sense. Okay. Saves against it.
All right.
Although he does notice the sprite. He says, "Oh. Sorry, was this Faye trying to charm me or something?"
No, she's just helping me with my vibe checks.
Vibe check.
Yeah.
Oh! You're using its ability to sense sort of intent and spirit. Is that correct?
Yes, we're
Yes.
reading your heart.
Go ahead. Forgive me. Yes, go on. He will willingly fail the check. His alignment is straddling lawful evil and lawful neutral.
Okay.
He's working. He's working on himself.
He's a good man.
Well,
Not good yet.
Color.
lawful's good.
Mr. Glurk is lawful as fuck.
What color would you say your aura is?
Green, of course. Gestures to his crushed velvet green coat. Spins his cane around. Poses.
As per your true sight, do you see auras?
You have true sight. That's impressive.
I didn't, but I must have. Does aura mean clothing in your region?
No.
Well, it seems like you've
What
done
do
some
you
good.
think is a good dessert after a salad?
I would never eat a salad.
Is that already just
hired
for Fonolin?
So, he sits down
Do not
and says, So, you're probably wondering how someone like me winds up in a place like this. Well, you see, on Earth I was something of a gentleman thief. I contrived clever little games and often enchanted objects in unique and truly fascinating ways. And I took whatever I wanted. And the foolish heroes kept attacking me and blaming me for, insurance pays for it all, right? Victimless crime, minus the many guards and bodyguards and other kinds of guards I badly injured.
He says with all of our guards nearby.
Just the nameless henchman.
Just nameless. Precisely, my friend. Just nameless henchman. So, I said to myself, there must be more to life than this. I spoke to some of my other villainous companions. We had a bit of a falling out over a job some of them wanted me to perform for them. Without proper compensation, I will add. So, because of this, I decided to... He kind of twists his cane around and slaps it down. I decided to leave the Earth and come here to Ys, a world magical. The Sorcersphere, as we call it. A bit more...
Wait a minute.
I'm a bit more simpatico with this place.
Hold on.
Yes.
Based on what you said, you committed some crimes, you quit the organization, but you were never prosecuted and served time for your crimes, right?
Oh, I've been in
Making
jail
you a
before, but
felon?
I am. I've been convicted a few times, yes.
But did you serve your sentence to completion?
Let's take the last two words off that sentence, and the answer is yes.
No, those last two words are very important, man. Those are the most important words of that sentence.
This is out of the jurisdiction here.
Let me phrase it like this.
Can I
Whenever it is important, I always serve to completion. Yes.
Publisher.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
What's is Ease a non-extradition state?
It's less that, it's more like, I think it's kind of, Ease is probably more like a Wild West of like if this guy came here and became like a fixture of the community and gained power, and heroes from Earth just tried to come in and grab him, like that might cause trouble, but otherwise it's like, oh, well you shouldn't have made those people mad, they're gonna take you away now, that's funny, I'm gonna drink my drink and watch this.
Okay.
What kind of game?
What kind of what games?
You said you played a lot of games?
Yeah, we're talking Catan, Mahjong.
We like to
Once.
do somersault competition sometimes.
Somersault competitions, huh? I've never tried that, but I'm sure I could. I'm sure I'm quite limber. I do.
I'm the
various,
champ.
You're the champ of somersault. Is it
isn't.
because you can make your head just be in your feet without actually moving? That's
You need to add.
a great advantage, my friend. So, you're probably wondering what it is I'm doing, trying to get work, lawful employment.
I am now.
Strange for me that
You condition of your parole?
I'm not on parole.
That's
He gives,
exactly what
he
we've
gives
already
Reginald a look. No, it is in fact I have my own. I want to embrace magic. I'm working on a few sort of magical projects on my own time, but it would be nice to earn a living lawfully in a place like this. I will tell you this, and this is truthful. I've been truthful with you the whole time, of course, but this is especially true. I've done enough spellcasting to know that I don't double-cross spellcasters. A magician's word is his or her bond. Now, do I occasionally double-cross people who I deem far less than me because they can't even let loose a little prestidigitation and they're just a pawn to be used? Of course I do, but I would never double-cross another mage. Go ahead and do an insight check.
Well, I only rolled an 8, so 13.
I'll do 1, 2.
Anyone can on that if they want to.
I'll use my D4 to get advantage.
Hey now, so roll the d4. If you roll a 4, you get triple advantage, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I rolled a 1.
Okay. Well, you have advantage at least, but you lose the d4. Guys,
And
we
I
haven't
rolled
even
a 2
crafted an item yet.
I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Okay.
Wow.
So,
Nope.
I think that's an 11.
A 13 is the highest I've heard.
Correct.
Okay. Then you
13. So he's very charming.
He is very sort of charming, but he's also like, you can tell there's this sort of a superiority smugness to him, but he's the point is, my friends, I don't double cross magicians largely because I respect magic. So
What about crafters?
you're magicians, aren't you? In fact, you're a kind of magician I don't see as many of in my area. We have lots of, spellcaster this, warlock that, but people who I unfortunately don't have many of my best items. They were... Yes?
No,
Sorry, Stefano.
KJ wants to know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doubting his skill or anything like that. Do I feel like he would actually, listen to instruction, or do I feel like he's going to, try to persuade us because he thinks he knows best, etc., etc.?
Did you roll a insight on the guy?
I did because he failed the thing first, or he chose not to fail it, right?
Yeah. But,
Yeah, so then I rolled.
But they all just rolled an insight on his claim of that. Did you roll one then too?
Oh, not at this point.
Then
no.
then you'll do a separate one on that question.
Okay.
Cool.
That is a 17 plus 8.
Please be very good.
Motherfuck, what is that? 25.
25.
No.
25.
You definitely think that this guy will put his 2 cents in, but you also think he won't push if he doesn't care. So, for example, you think if you were working on an item for him, he would be insufferable. If you're working on an item for, rando magician of ease who wants to do, magical cloak, he'll be like, well, you should do this. I don't care. Do whatever you want. That's your suspicion.
Then, but if we have other clients from where you come from,
Yes.
and they see you here,
Oh.
are they going to haul you away?
Oh, I'd love to see them try. Well, actually, some of them could try. I hope they don't.
Yeah, that'd be a problem for our
Well,
business. Steve.
if you have employed me, and if I have broken no laws here, which I truly have not broken a single law of East since I've been here. Granted, East has far fewer laws than the United States of America, but I've caused no trouble since arriving. Well, no unacceptable trouble.
Is there somewhere someone could go to find these laws?
The laws of East?
Yes, I didn't know we had any.
Your palace, I'm sure has a few
I
things.
want to make sure I'm not breaking any laws.
Really? You seem like someone who would break whatever laws you chose. He
But
turns
I
to
can't
Asheen.
choose to break them if I don't know what they are.
That is a very good point. You have to know the rules if you want to break them. Excellent point. Yes, Asheen.
Are you legally allowed to work in this country, and do you require sponsorship on a visa?
Yes, in the sense that effectively, I would require your... let me phrase it like this. You employing me here as a mere journeyman, or apprentice if need be, but I think I could be cleared as a journeyman pretty quickly. would go a long way to making it so that heroes of Earth who came here might accept that I am currently not a problem for them, and thus not something they need to deal with. The bigger problem is if villains of Earth come here requesting items. That could get a little dodgier based on who it is. Leander is known to this place, right? Do not. If Leander is coming, I will need an immediate holiday to not be in the office.
Who was the villain that came to us before?
The necromancer.
He was a guy of Ys. Leander is someone from Earth, or from who deals with Earth. Actually, Leander is from the Source Sphere, but it's
Additional
Well, we'll
question
let you
for
know.
Additional question for you. Because you've given your past and the particular people that you've dealt with, let's say.
Yes.
A lot of times those are the kind of people that would come in here to commission us. And they can also be insufferable and exacting.
The heroes, you mean?
The customers, really.
Sure.
The worst was
And-
that necromancer.
Fonolin is gonna leave this room silently at this point, but she's going to get not
Maria?
Maria.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just wondering if you'll be able to sort of, I don't know, deal with them, swallow your pride, bite your tongue. It's all sort of part of it.
Bite the tongue, yes. Swallow the pride, never. But as a vaguely lion-themed individual, I never swallow my pride. I'm proud of my pride. This is a lion pun. Don't worry about it.
I gotcha.
In any event, my dear friends, I am here to serve you. However you'd like to apply my talents and... I said I don't have many things I could show you, but there's a couple. He sort of tosses his cane towards you all. Says, careful with the... there is a... You could do it as long as it's aimed away. If you sort of twist the top of it in a very gentle fashion, you can see it has a bit of an offensive... maybe aim it in that open area there.
Let's see. This is East Manor, so right. So we're in an office right now. I'll just aim at what is it? I guess the rubbish bin.
Oh, okay, sure.
And
you activate it. The bottom of the cane becomes lashes out as a massive scorpion tail, and just blast the thing apart and comes back.
Pretty cool.
how did you fit the scorpion tail in the cane?
It's a sort of a transmutation conjuration of a. It's my namesake, the Manticore. They often have the little oversight. Never mind.
Sure.
Yes. That does a few more things. You can go ahead and do an investigation check on it.
All right, investigation.
Advantage because you have tools. Fonolin, you have found Maria by now and are bringing her back.
22.
You're not sure how he did it. This is good. With a 22, you're like, whoa. Yeah.
The rest of us look at it. Or...
Anybody else can go check it out. He says, definitely be careful.
I'm practicing strict safety of pointing it.
I'm happy
Trigger
to show
discipline on
things
this
off
thing.
to you and just definitely don't touch any area that I haven't mentioned
All right.
already.
Proper cane discipline on this.
It
Do
has
not
a
aim
few
it.
other fun treatments. Glurk, how'd you do in your investigation?
35.
You know how he did it, but there's a couple parts you're like, oh, he did it like that. Like there's some stuff you're like, oh, this was okay. This is damn good work. This is the best thing you guys have seen today. Oshin?
I'll give him the plasmoid wink.
Oh.
No, not good. Not good.
Not
What
good.
is it?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. All of it. It's all of it.
It's like blue steel. No one knows what it looks like.
I would also say this, Mr. Glurk. Reginald, you're just like, you're blown away. Oshin, were you also like under 20?
I was 23.
Yeah, so you and Reginald are like, this guy's a wizard. Oh wait, so are we. But Mr. Glurk, you're like, this is a masterpiece. He's got this that does extra magic damage and does other stuff. Looks totally not whatever, and he shows you a few other little features of it. It's serious, yeah.
It's almost as good as one of ours.
Well, I always aim to improve. He takes it back, twists it around, stomps it down. At this point, Faudelin and Maria come in. Did you say anything to Maria as you guys are walking in?
Yes, I will explain that in a second. Oh my gosh, what are you guys still doing here?
Talking to the Manticore still.
They were still.
Oh, that's so much fun. I was just talking with Maria about what dessert I should have.
That's true.
Thought we only had cookies today.
Maria, this is one of our interview people, Manticore.
Oh.
Manticore, this is Maria. She works a lot in the meditation garden with me.
That's true. Be well. So wait, what did you tell her to do? She'll do
We were
whatever.
talking about desserts. I didn't tell her to do a
Oh.
single thing.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, I get what was going on here. I'm gonna like I was thinking. So, Manticore. This is Maria. Maria tends to help us out a lot. Almost everything we undergo a round of meditation before we begin any sort of crafting thing. So you should probably get to know Maria if you're gonna work here. Maria, do you have any questions for Manticore?
No. I mean, I do, but I'm not going to ask him. I might ask him, but I might ask him not as questions. Maybe I'll ask him as answers. Maybe I can give him answers. He can give me questions. Jeopardy. Double. Manticore. Think you're a big man, huh? Just don't want to be person-ticore? Okay. Look at you. Big cane, huh? You look kind of fancy. You look all fancy. Fancy man? Fancy Manticore? He just goes, "Are you Dracula's daughter?" Maybe. Maybe I am, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know, but I am. Well, fascinating. And she goes, "Aren't I? Or are you talking about something else? Talking about the job as a whole?"
So you're about to fire us instead of the other way around.
Yeah.
He's just he looks very baffled by Maria.
We're all baffled.
That's
And
just
we
the
will
experience.
proceed on through to the kitchen.
And then they just walk out, and she's like, "We're gonna go get dessert." Just kidding. I don't eat sugar. Just kidding. Of course I do.
The meditation for me usually works. She starts talking and then I just zone out, and that's kind of
He's
how
one
I
of the
find my
best at
space.
meditating we have here. Just kidding. He's not. Just kidding. He is, but I would never say it to him in front of him. Actually, I would. I'd let him know. I always tell people when they do a good job. I don't. It's withholding.
Soak into a pool.
Look at that. Look at him. This is the ultimate in relaxation. Actually, it's not. This really stresses me out. Seeing this raises my heart. Well, it doesn't. Well, it does, but it raises my heart.
Does your
It makes me
heart
happy. No, I don't even have a heart.
Oh my god, you can't just ask people if their heart beats.
God,
Why not?
machine. Actually, he can. It's fine. Actually, he can't, but we don't mind because we're above taking offense at every little thing. Actually, no, we're not machine. We're
I think there's fresh desserts in the kitchen.
Fresh desserts.
Oh, yummy. Okay.
Okay. Well, the only thing I have for dessert is like a little lamb because I only
Yeah,
drink
that's
blood.
fine. That's there too.
I don't drink blood anymore. It's only plant blood. From those plants. So you don't have to worry about me trying to drink your blood, Manticore. Person to core. Okay. You have a great day. Actually, have a bad one. I don't even care. She walks out. Manticore
So how
just
was that
goes,
for you, Manticore?
What? I'm pretty sure that's Dracula's daughter.
She's mentioned that, but also mentioned the opposite, but also mentioned that, but also mentioned the opposite.
I
It has a lot of things, really.
I just don't pay attention.
She works here.
Kind of.
She exists here.
Does she work here? I don't even know. I don't pay for her.
She
Do
guides you
any of
guys in
pay for her?
meditation, apparently. She's like, breathe in, just kidding, breathe out, just kidding. If you haven't
mean,
breathed out, go ahead and breathe
That
out.
implies
said
that one
she
of us
talks.
pays her, right? I don't pay her. Do you pay her,
I don't.
Oishin?
I
No,
don't pay her.
Do you pay her?
but I don't pay anyone. I'm pretty sure Lester handles all the payroll.
Do you pay her, Lustra?
Lustra looks up and is just like, yes, but I don't know.
None of us really know.
I do.
I like
She
the
even
idea that
works
she
here.
just has never like deposited any of the checks. Like she
That.
has them. Like,
I've given her various writs, and I'm not sure that she's ever cashed them. But also,
She's just there to help the meditation.
I don't know what she's doing,
Yeah.
but she does it well.
Yeah.
The Manticore
What does
goes,
she?
well, in that case, I suppose, I'm going to go ahead and head out.
Wait,
Yeah, I think I'll head on out. But
why don't you? What's up with you and her? Know her?
I don't know her, but I'm pretty sure that's Dracula's daughter. So
You have a problem with
Not a
Dracula?
problem?
What's wrong with him?
I don't have a problem with Dracula. Do you not have a problem with Dracula? He's kind of.
Look at me.
I mean,
The point being,
until someone stiffs us on the bill, we don't have a problem with anyone.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of running water. He can't even get here.
that's true. How the hell did she get here? In any
I
event,
don't know. She came with the building.
well,
so didn't the other one, the siren came
the
with
siren literally came with the building, but Mario maybe. Oh no, Mario was at the
I
place
can't
with you.
keep everybody straight here.
Who could? We're only adding 3 more NPCs after tonight. So he will sort of say, well, thank you for your consideration. I'm sure we could do great work together. But at the other hand, if you don't want to hire me, I completely understand. The exit is this way. Yes, all right, very good. Until later.
Yes, I shake his hand and all of that.
Appreciate.
Is his handshaking a lot less confident upon leaving?
Ooh, that's a good question. Yes, it is. It's a little. His handshake is. His handshake is more. He's trying to break. You know, it's like the person who breaks the
Yeah,
handshake
I
is the
see.
weak one. But he's like, I just want out of here. Maria threw him. I think no roll is required to know that.
Yeah.
He's
Knows all
confused
of
by
us.
Maria.
Yeah, I feel like that would thrown anyone.
Maria will say to Fondlin, "Are you gonna hire that guy?
I would hope so.
Probably.
Really? You shouldn't."
Well, we need 3 people,
Mm.
and I think we talked to 4 people today.
Oh, so only one's not getting hired? That's actually like bad odds.
Yeah, and one of them was really. I just felt like she didn't like us very much.
Mm. Well, maybe that's the person to hire because we can make her like us. Because, and Fondlin, I say this to you all the time, we can change people. Just kidding, we can't. That's a bad idea. Don't try to change anyone. Also, that Manticore guy is totally going to fall in love with me. So I think you should hire him, but don't
No,
hire
I
him.
got that vibe too, actually.
Oh,
I
he's
think
gonna.
I might
I'll have him eating out of the palm of my hand.
That is one thing we're missing from. I know this is not in the conversation. I should just.
Oh no, they've wandered back in.
I was like, oh okay. That is one thing we're missing here. We don't really have a will they won't they going on in this office.
Actually, you literally do. It is between.
we established that last
It is
week.
between piece of the puzzle, one of the dealers, and Ian Carver, one of your journeymen. They have a constant will they won't they.
What about Udamata?
Oh, Udamata and Maria. Maria
We just got into a new
Here's the
one.
thing. Maria has a will they won't they with anyone, but what they will or won't do is always up for debate. Maybe it's sex. Maybe it's her feeding on them and finally breaking her thing to not do blood. Maybe it's her, I don't know, ice skating. It could be anything. No, it couldn't. That's silly.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun.
Ice skating, it could be, though. That one's not silly. Oh, well, this has been terrible. Nah, it's been fun. Actually, it's been neutral. It hasn't even been. We haven't done this yet. This is the future. Okay. Fondlin, I'll see you in a little bit for stretching. She heads out.
Bye. Hey, when I was in the kitchen, I heard that we have to find someone to replace Will. Did you guys know that?
That's what we've been doing.
Lustra just
What?
says, yes, Fondlin, I'm really sorry about that.
I thought we just like talking to people sometimes.
Well,
Could
that's
you make
also
my
fine.
nails go back to normal, by the way? Or not?
It was just magic.
Oh, right. She just
We
puts her
can put
hands...
real glitter on if you like.
Oh, I mean... Actually, no. I'm rebellious. So yes, these are fine.
Okay.
Hyperventilates. She goes, "Oh my god, we have to make that flying thing for Eternal Flame." Everybody roll something. Put all your hero dice on
Our
top.
actual crafting is
Arcana,
1
dibs on Arcana.
2 minutes long.
Everyone roll a thing. Just do one round.
At advantage
throw
because
all
we're
my
gonna.
hero dice on this.
Wait. Hold up. So, after all of that, we'll do that in a moment. Who are we hiring?
I guess it's who are not hiring.
Sea shanty is a bust because that's just been in my head this whole time.
Yeah.
As much as I am unamused by the sea shanty guy, I feel like realistically the Brickborn is the one we shouldn't be going with.
That's what I've been
Probably.
saying.
Interesting.
Yeah, but you're racist.
Oh, really?
So.
Just against
'Cause
Brickborn.
Can you
Imagine someone's like, just against the one race, actually. It's not that bad.
And it's not even a native to this land. I don't even know where Glurk himself got this animosity.
I like Kurt's just like, that thing's weird.
Clearly something happened at work in the past.
I mean, wait, couldn't we call them for a reference?
They
You
don't really
could call QDL, but you guys are kind of like that could open up a can of worms, but you absolutely could.
But she does do really amazing work and would definitely make our product better.
But does she do really amazing work in stuff we're struggling to make?
Yeah, we don't need her.
Like,
But
if
she's not. But the thing is, like, she's not replacing like a great person. She's filling in for whoever is going to now sit over and.
Yeah, but so then if there's not like a specialty for her, like the
she's a smith,
Manticore
right?
does better than her because he's proficient in everything.
Oh yeah, no, we're definitely hiring Manticore because
Yeah,
Manticore is
but-
the only one who can take Will's place.
What was Sea Shanty guy? What was his whole thing besides Sea Shanty?
So the sea shanty guy. So
You
okay.
need something else?
So I'll give you some layouts. If you don't hire Manticore,
no, we're
We're hiring.
okay,
Manticore.
you're gonna hire Manticore. Okay, so if you didn't hire,
It's literally just between Brickborn and Sea Shanty at this
Okay.
point.
Well, I don't remember who the fourth person is.
Gorza.
It's
The steel
Gorza.
druid.
The thing about the Gorza though, and you actually could hire Gorza, and you could also. This just means you're gonna shift stuff around. Gorza can only smith. So if you're hiring Gorza, you'd hire Gorza to replace Will in the crafting of major objects, which probably makes sense because you'll never butt heads with her ever, and she does good work. Manticore will have higher modifiers and fancier dice skills if you bring him in to replace Will as your like main crafter.
Couldn't we change them up as needed?
You could, I suppose, change them up as needed. That's true.
Well, the thing is, we wouldn't need to the thing is with Manticore, you would just be able to do everything.
Yeah.
Right. Like Gorza is a doubling up on something that we're basically we're hiring. If we're to fill Will's spot, it sounds like we would be hiring either Gorza.
Okay, but
or
it's
Manticore.
still gonna be if you're gonna do it that way, fine. But then that means we're not gonna hire Gorza and we're gonna have this sea shanty guy and a Brickborn that despises us. Absolutely fucking not.
So if you the thing is like you actually could move some stuff around. If you don't hire the Brickborn, if you don't hire Sheldon, you would bring in
Also, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question right now, KG. This might color your thing here. What are the name of the two smiths we have right now working in the workshop? That's the level of exposure you would have to the Brickborn and the sea shanty guy. We're not working with.
Disagree.
That is.
Philip has given them a personality. They are going to show up whether we like them or not. So
No.
That's
They
compelling-
show up because we go out and get them.
No,
like
if
you go
you-
out and get Mari and bring her into the scene.
here is the thing you could do, okay? Don't move anyone. Here's 3 hires with whatever stuff. If you hired the Lighthouse and Shelda Quirk, you put them in the stables with Will, and the 3 of them make all of the signature pieces. And then you hire either Gorza or Manticore to be your new Will.
I think Manticore's our new, because the new Will be doing everything with us, right?
Yes.
So that should be the Manticore.
I feel like I've accidentally made Gorza unhireable because she has no other. She doesn't have one other thing.
Is she better than our current smiths?
Gorza. I'm just gonna say Gorza can also do carpentry.
That's my thing.
Yeah, I know. It's fine. It's whatever.
We need support.
It's just for support.
Yeah, I can make a simulacrum now.
But that being said, I also think it would be fine for you to hire like Gorza and have Gorza work as one of, like, basically right now you have 2 smiths and 5 artisans, and if you change to 4 artisans and 3 smiths, that would be fine.
Okay.
You know, like
I
if
get
you
the feeling that choice is between 2 smiths,
Yeah.
both of which have questionable value to us. One of them just hates us. One of them is a literal felon wanted by an entire
Shelda
country.
is not a smith. Shelda is a jeweler.
Shelda's a jeweler.
She's a jeweler and she
Gorza.
could do the tinkering stuff. Gorza's the smith. The problem is
Gorza likes us.
I accidentally made Gorza without it. I needed to give Gorza some other abilities. I didn't.
Okay.
I was rolling that up and I just that's a mistake.
Oh,
so
okay, so
let's say Gorza has a couple other like
Right, sure.
Gorza probably has tinker ability as she needs to.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, either way.
Yeah.
So
But like I also, that makes more sense if we can also shift. I thought we had basically like the slots, but if we can shift to like having a different makeup of smith and artisans, then I'm more okay with like Gorza coming in.
Doesn't Will have a lot of abilities so that if he's leading that thing, having another smith on that project isn't?
Yes, except it's already kind of a stretch to have a smith there in the first place. But sure.
I mean, I can just take up the smith's one because my other tool is tinkers, which a lot of people have. So I can be the main smithy now. So it doesn't really, we don't necessarily need just the main smith. So
The
way I'm
replacing
thinking-
Will could be anyone, not just.
yeah. So the way I'm thinking is just between 2 rough personalities, one of which we'll have to take. One of them is a literal villain who's wanted by an entire country for crimes.
But he's
and
very
some
good. He's
jurisdictions.
very good at what he does. The best we've seen.
Trying to
That
do
is a
it
liability
past the
to
vibe
us.
check.
Yeah.
The Brickborn wouldn't even let me do a vibe check.
Oh, that's a good point.
And
Yeah.
there's the person who's just a dick.
Yeah.
Those
you gotta-
are our
dick?
choices.
Shelda. The
Oh, yeah.
Brickborn is just a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hire a dick.
Yeah.
So wait, so Faudelin and Glurk say don't hire Shelda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That, I'm just laying out the options there. It's like one or the other. A literal villain wanted by the United States of America in
I
this
don't know
universe,
I don't know what that is.
or just someone
What
who's
that
just a
is.
dick in
The
general.
I
United
don't
States
care.
of what? Who's
I don't
Erica?
know. He does.
He's trying his best. He's
he does good
trying
work.
to
Did
do
you see
better
that
and
stat?
reform.
This is incredible.
The staff was a masterwork.
You know what? I agree. Manticore, Gorza, and Lighthouse, because the fact that there's a full-throated endorsement for Manticore from KJ right now means I feel like we're done with the hiring process.
All right. So let me. So okay.
He
So
was
in other
very
words,
charming and he passed the vibe check. I don't know about you guys, but that's pretty much all I needed.
all right. So
I hope he wears more than green, but that's about it.
if I understand this right, you're going to send. So and you can correct me if this. Cherish can move to working on those items with Will.
Yeah.
Yes.
And maybe Gorza also goes there and Will handles the tinkering and Gorza does the smithing there.
We
Yeah,
could,
that
or
sounds right.
or we having 3 smiths and sending like Gorza as like a 3rd additional smith in the shop, and then also because we do so much smithing, I actually feel like it would be great
You
if
do
we
a lot
had
of
more.
smithing, that's true. So you could have
smiths.
Gorza in the thing, and then you would send Lighthouse there with Will.
Lighthorse, or we were talking about Udamata also, right?
You could send Udamata. that's true.
Udamata is the kind of person who can do a monotonous thing over and over and over.
And maybe we'd be happy to have some separation.
No, take it all back. Absolutely. Send Udamata there. Yes, absolutely. Gorza can handle Udamata's stuff in the laboratory. That's the
okay.
that's the the herbalism stuff.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, Druid, do that.
Sorry, Druid. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Also, if we think that the Brickborn could actually grow to like us, I'm happy to take her and not the sea shanty guy?
No, we need sea shanty guy.
Oh, that's not the question. I'm sorry, KJ. That's not the question.
Don't worry.
I gotta be clear what my parameters
We
are
put
here.
the sea shanty
My
guy in the bar.
expectations.
I understand that you and your Fae friends like to dance around your bonfire. Well, how much better is it gonna be with me playing me concertina as you dance around? Go ahead, ladies. I'll just play this.
Absolutely fucking not. No.
And that's where he goes. It's our entertainment.
No.
Do you understand? You understand that we've had a bar for so long without a pirate in it that we've basically been failing at owning a bar.
Yeah, and now we got one.
He is welcome in the bar. He cannot bring his fucking accordion into the meditation garden and think that's what we're dancing around at the bonfire to. That is not what's happening.
I just find it really amusing that what I thought was very clear was the personality clash, with that versus the villain. And he said, it's that dick and the pirate, the sea shanties. That's your...
So
Yeah.
I had no idea that's what you were talking about. So, this is the new lineup. Cherish moves to the stables to make things. So, people in the stables are Will, Cherish, and Udamata. Gorza is your new laboratory agent, crafting potions.
Right.
Lighthouse is your new artisan,
Yes.
working with all the other artisans in the workshop. And so he'll be working with Drackley, Ian, Jaramin, and Xerxes. And Manticore is working with you guys on special projects. Not a partner of MEI, but given that level.
Probationary on
Also
lots of
strict,
levels, I feel
in
like.
his contract, it'll be very strict about not crossing us.
He will, and he'll look at that. So if you bring him in, he'll say, so if you make these offers, everyone accepts. Do you do you guys have Lustra let Sheldon know that she's not being chosen?
Yes.
Okay. Shelda will just be.
I agree.
bad.
I think it's
only polite to send a rejection letter.
We'll keep the portfolio on file.
Yep.
I think we should just keep telling her she's in consideration.
We've narrowed it down to other people, but we might redo it. Okay,
You're the only one that feels vindictive about her in particular.
So with that, everyone's ready to go.
Breakboard.
So you bring in
Gorza
Gorza is
a particular issue against Ben Grimm also. I just want to know real quick.
the thing.
He's fine.
He's fine. He's not a brick. So basically, Gorza comes in and she's like, "Oh wow, I love making potions. Sounds good." She'll just go like over here. Yep, I'll figure it out. And Udamata says, "I am Udamata." "Oh, you're going already." She's like, "Yeah, well, tell me how. I don't care." So she'll do it. Lighthouse shows up and says, "This will be great to work with y'all. We'll have singing unless you don't want it, and I love the
We
food
do
here."
want it.
Well, then, here we go. Well, there once was a magical crafting crew. Hey and a ho, let's go do. Yep. Maria just kind of sidles up to Faudelin as he's singing and goes, "He's also gonna fall in love with me. Just kidding. He's gonna fall in love with you. Just kidding. He's not. He's really old."
Let's not say things that will just upset the vibe, okay? Let's just, everyone...
Faudelin, you
Fine.
know that I would never want to upset the vibe. Just kidding. It's kind of what I live for. Just kidding. I don't live. I'm undead. Just kidding. You understand in the sense that I'm saying that my life, my undeath, is all about making stuff bad. It's not. I would never hurt you. Just kidding. I might, but only for fun. Just kidding. It wouldn't be fun. Just kidding. It might be.
I feel like Mario adds like a solid 35 minutes to our sessions.
What?
Like,
35 minutes? That's like underplaying it, actually. That's probably pretty accurate. You know what? It's not even accurate, but I don't care. Let's see how far we could go. Let's ride this all the way to hell. I don't want to go to hell. It sounds
I
bad.
think we're already there.
We're already there. We've been there the whole time. This is
Yeah.
just purgatory. Just kidding. It's not. That's a standard trope. Bye. She'll walk off. The Manticore will come in, and he'll see Maria somewhere and just say, "So you're offering me this position. I accept it most humbly. I have one question, a bit of a request, but more a query. You clearly have some excellent tools and things, and I have no desire to sort of skim off the top. I want you to be very straightforward with this, but am I able to work on my own projects during downtime? Can I craft things using your material, your sort of materials?
As long as they don't blow up.
Understood. Nothing
Also,
that would destroy the area. Yes.
Oh yes, and anything you make on the premises using our tools, is owned by MEI. That's sort of standard, I think.
Is
I'm just kidding. That sounds monstrous. That sounds monstrous.
Yes, that's
And
even
you're
bad
down-
for me, and I'm a literal villain. Yes, no, I would never, would never do that. Seems like a dark thing.
We'll
Well,
show you capitalism can be even more
Are
villainous
we-
than
Are
that.
we supposed to ask permission to do personal projects? Because I
No,
do
no. Funnel, you own the business. You can do whatever you want here.
Yes,
So
well,
I don't have to ask.
But
No.
we would ask if we could.
You're co-owner. You
share
can
some
give
of your
yourself
designs.
permission.
Would you feel better if you ask now? It feels like you want to ask now.
Lustra, should I be asking?
you can ask for anything ever, and everyone will give it to you. I mean, what? No, you're fine.
Okay.
My nails are still, yeah. Anyway, welcome aboard, Mr. Manticore. If you can start right now, we have to craft something for Eternal Flame. And he goes, Eternal Flame? The unfortunately named hero of Earth? With fire powers? Well, alright, fair enough. I've crossed paths with the volunteers on a few occasions. But what is it she wants?
I literally don't remember.
She simply wants something to help her fly. Oh, easy enough.
All right, 2 minute.
Should we just use like the
crafting
broom
montage.
template we just did for Hoboken Witch?
I don't know that we should give her a broom.
Probably not a
Catches
broom.
on fire.
Yeah, but I don't what
That's
cloak,
what you do. You gotta sweep up the leaves though to prevent the fire.
cloak, boots,
Helm,
belt,
boots.
helm. What should we give her?
Does she catch on fire like Human Torch?
No,
Or-
she more like she like zooms with it, sort of.
What
Oh,
about
that.
like a
Or she
cape
can
that
boots.
becomes wings or something like that?
Oh, fiery wings. That's a good idea.
I'm gonna pendant.
Well, let's put it together. A pendant.
Right.
A pendant that becomes wings.
Oh no, she would just fly. I don't know. I just think a cape feels.
Do we
Oh,
have
what if like? Oh,
she
what,
doesn't
no, no,
wear
I like
a
that. What
cape
about a
already.
pendant that she can like just activate when she wants to?
That's
Like a
yes.
Star Trek communicator.
What does that mean?
What?
What?
Actually, I'm the only one here who knows what that means. Lighthouse pops in. I know too. Yarg, arg, arg, arg. My captain. Arg. Let's do some crafting already. Arg. All right. Well, don't worry. I'll be here forever. Don't you worry, Fondlin.
I mean, we only
I
have
love
like
it.
a little bit of time, so we'll skip over a lot of the.
I can tell by the way you're closing your eyes that you wish you had more time hearing me dance. Da, 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 da.
Yes, we
All
do.
right, everyone, call him out. What are you doing?
Arcana.
Arcana. We're not even doing Bastion actions. We're just assuming that everybody can do advantage on these.
Yeah.
You'll do Arcana.
I'm throwing
If
all
it's,
the hero die on.
Go for
If
it.
it's big enough, I'll do, I guess a swing the hammer around smithing. I guess.
Sure. Do some smithery. Yeah.
We're making a pendant. I don't know that works. Would my knowledge of like fireball allow me to just use my
Yeah.
spell?
Use your spell
Modifier.
modifier for sure.
Okay.
Mr. Glurk.
So, can I use a cunning action to help funnel in and also roll an Arcana roll?
There's no need to help because we have baseline advantage.
It's more of roll it as well.
He's trying to roll as well. No, but you can just expend your D10.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Also, you all
I'll
have a
just do the
D10
old
for
Tinker's
right.
tool.
What's
Oh.
the
No, D12, Pierce.
D12. Sorry, you all have
what's the
D12.
check threshold?
Oh, the threshold, 30. That way maybe you'll fail and need the D12.
No, I rolled an at 20 plus 10, so I can't use any of my.
It's
bonus
35.
stuff.
It's 35.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
And I'm going to save the D12, but I'm going to add everything else on top.
Understood.
But
Uh,
in sections.
The Manticore says, Fondlin, I know you're the expert on jewelry. Should we make this pendant a gemstone, or shall I do a little glass blowing? Like, perhaps a glass ball containing flame which shoots out and becomes wings?
Oh, that sounds so pretty.
All right, let's try that.
Is
So-
that your personal project?
No, that's what we're... Right. He will go over. He's going to do a glass blower's roll. Natural 20. So he'll throw on the D12 because
I got a 4 on the D4. Just by the way,
Nice.
not that it matters, but I get to keep it.
You do get to keep it.
Yeah.
And you technically, it's wait, were you rolling to give yourself advantage? No, you just were. No. If you're adding it on top, no, it doesn't matter. I rolled a 12 on the D12 from Asheen, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Because he got to he had a plus 10 just like Reginald, so that got him with 30. So now he's at a 42, and now he's going to put all of his on top of it to try to show off.
1, 2, 3.
Hold on.
$66. I threw all the dice on there, and the D10 was a 10.
Okay. I'm really happy that happened for Manticore. I got a 19 on his extra D20 and an 11 on his extra D12.
That's pretty good.
Show off.
Wait, are Smiths taking a turn roll in this?
Oh yeah, the staff will. Here, I'll roll for them
Okay.
too.
Then I'm gonna use I saved my D12 for that.
Smart. Roll it.
8. So that's a 13 to them.
13 to them. Unless you guys don't go up at 15, do you?
No.
13 then, so that's 22. Ooh, okay. 17 plus 13 you gave him?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay, yeah, they're pretty good. All right, what's everybody got for their various things?
68.
68. And Reginald, what was yours?
66.
66. Okay. Mr. Glurk?
67.
Nice. Man, this is really, really tight for being massive things. Asheen?
55.
Okay. And
Shocker!
your staff also kind of is more in that zone. They had a 47 for the staff, and the Manticore had an 86. Let's not worry about it.
See, we hired the right guy.
So the Manticore's just like, got it, and then he just glass blows this just like perfectly beautiful. It's like it's one of the most beautiful things you guys have ever seen, and yet it can take all of the kind of like metal that sort of Reginald has pounded out before it. So those all divided
Oh my God,
by.
I actually just cried. I just cried a tear.
Your average is 65. I think that's the highest average we've ever had.
Yeah.
You got rid of Will.
Oh,
So
no.
Will is really holding us back.
So basically, the Manticore goes, all right, so I took a couple of liberties here. I hope Eternal Flame won't mind. Effectively, not only does this give her the power of flight, the flight is approximately 120 feet per round, and she is it actually creates a sort of envelope around her so she can fly in the vacuum of space. And theoretically, you could even use this for interdimensional travel, but that'll be up to her to figure out. It requires her own heat as a source, so theoretically she could, escape Earth's velocity, fly around in space, all that sort of stuff. I hope it's okay that we went a little above and beyond here.
That's what we do here.
We go above and beyond.
And then charge a premium.
Though,
I gotta figure out the whole, like, they have to come back to refill with us.
I know.
Maybe I gotta work on that.
we should make it so that it requires regular security updates, right? Such that eventually they'll need to come back.
I did come here to try to turn over a new leaf. I don't know if we need such evil plans.
One of our techs has to go out for repairs.
Oh man.
We could just do what John Deere just did, where they basically generate $6 billion by not allowing farmers to repair their own equipment.
That's what I was referencing, and the McDonald's ice cream machine.
So at this point, Lester says, "Oh well, here she is." So basically, Eternal Flame shows up. Manticore says, "Would you like me to make myself scarce for the handoff?"
It's up to you.
I'm happy to. Like I said, I don't need to take credit or say anything.
Fair enough.
He'll sort of step behind a curtain to watch. Meanwhile, Eternal Flame comes in. She's one of the volunteers. KJ and Pierce will remember the volunteers were the team who started talking bad about Top Flight when you guys were having trouble, and were like, we should be the ones to take over. And your UN person was like, those are my friends. Let's have them be the new Top Flight. It was really early in the series. Yeah. They were another superhero team who everyone said they should be the new Top Flight, not these guys. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Yeah.
In any event,
if Manticore's not going to be here, Bonolin will go with him.
Oh, okay. He's hiding behind a curtain.
Behind the curtain?
I guess so.
Yep.
If that's where he is.
He kind of turns and goes, "Oh, hello." You probably can just Misty step behind him, so you get 7 million free ones of those.
It's on my sheet 3 times.
So basically, he's surprised, but he goes, "Oh, fair enough." And she comes in and goes, "Hi. So yeah, I don't know how this works. I brought a bunch of gold, that I was quoted to do. I hear you made a thing that maybe can give me some flight. I don't want to step on anyone's toes, though. So I don't need the flashiest flight or anything. I can whatever you've done, I'm sure is fine. But don't worry about it if it's not. I don't want to make anyone else in the team jealous. You know.
Eternal Flame, we don't really do mediocre here. So you're gonna fly in style. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my god, that's so embarrassing for me. I actually oh my god, that's gonna make me it's gonna make it so awkward for people on the team. But everyone's cool. We're not competitive or anything, so that's totally fine. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Very good, because this will make you very effective at your job. Probably. I don't know what your job is.
Wait. Oh my god. That is beautiful.
It is, right?
Wow. So, and I can just fly if I put, and then just these flaming wings come. Oh.
Not indoors. Not indoors. Come on.
Oh, I can control the flame of it so it won't burn anything. But wow. Okay.
It uses your heat as a power source.
Sure. Yeah.
Envelops you. You can fly through space. Boom, and you can get there.
You can fly through what?
Outer space.
Oh my god, this is too much, you guys.
That'll
wow.
work.
Oh my god.
There's a vacuum in space, no oxygen.
Well, it envelops her.
It envelops it, it keeps my flame just burning inside. Wow. Okay, well this is kind of
magical fire. She's not starting it with a flint and tinder. Yeah. It's fine.
But how does she breathe?
She's the
our magic item.
The fire
same way Superman does, man.
The fire burns, but also creates oxygen. Anyway, so but she's like, oh my god, this is so good.
Her fire burns carbon dioxide and produces oxygen.
You guys, this is really too much. You guys, you really didn't need to do all of this for me.
She can literally reverse global warming. Holy crap, she's the best superhero in the world.
Yeah, she probably could actually now. Yeah, you got a 65, so she can really do some stuff now, can't she? Well, in any case, she thanks you profusely and leaves, and Manticore goes, as she leaves, you see Manticore kind of sigh. All right, very good. Well, I think she enjoyed it. These silly heroes. Fondlin, do you ever feel the items you make are wasted on the people who you sell them to?
All the time, but then they pay us, so.
Was he asking you, Glurk?
No, but I'll accept Mr. Glurk's answer because he's an interesting shaped creature. Now,
I'm just imagining Glurk just coming up into behind the curtains again.
Look at me,
just to answer him.
Oh yes, I do see you.
He just is the curtain. You just
are you?
That's so upsetting.
I'm looking for a bit of a stickler, Mr. Glurk, if it's possible.
Good luck.
Well, but Manticore, I like the idea that you guys are really upsetting the balance of power on Earth by just giving superhero like forget the power surge that happened last year. It's just like magic item day. Here you go.
I was literally just thinking by the time we do get back to Top Flight, it's gonna be real fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh
like
my god.
C team heroes are
Yeah.
not going to be doing like the most damage, and it's all.
Armament's like, I don't know whose things to copy anymore.
Yeah.
It's like when you play Magic the Gathering with your old alpha deck right now, and you come back and everyone's playing Oko, and it's like, what the fuck happened with this game?
Yeah, basically.
It's probably however it will feel when I play Marvel Snap tonight and everything's changed in the 42 hours since it shut down. Well, that was a great session, guys. Thank you so much. Well done. Sorry we did the crafting all at the end, but we had a lot of fun interviewing those people. I am shocked that KJ endorsed Manticore in the end.
Adores is a strong word.
Yeah.
And rejected.
I
the
mean,
break.
I don't think it's strong enough, honestly.
I also love that even though his recommendations were good, when you guys heard that Friar Stalius was like interested in like, I just donate my stuff to the monastery. Pass. Get this guy out of here.
No, it was when you wanted more from
He
us.
just wanted you to like maybe make some other donations to the monastery.
Yeah, no, I don't care what he does
Well,
with his share.
No, yeah, my actual issue with that is more or less about that, or even asking us to do that. It's fine. We entertain a lot of different clientele here, and I don't know how he's gonna feel about the Lich or the
That's true. Oh,
or
in
even the
answer to
Hoboken Witch.
Yeah. Well, anyway, in answer to some previous questions, I think in my mind the idea is it's the United States of Erica.
Oh.
Oh, fair enough.
Guys, this was very fun. I'm going to do our wrap up quick because, oh my god, it's almost midnight in the central time zone where I used to be. Thanks for watching. We have other games on the channel. Join us Wednesday, as far as I know, fingers crossed, for a recap jump up session of that game as we sort of bring things to our new vibe on that, as we kind of like cover what's happened in the intervening time. We're doing sort of like a season 2 premiere almost. We had like a real short little season to start, and then we'll kind of get into it. On Friday, we are doing our character building for Arkham Mass. We have done some really fun preludes, and we've got some stuff, but now we're ready to kind of get into the meat of the thing. So we're going to start building characters over the next 2 weeks for that one. On Sunday, it might be the very last Monster the Ravaging. I am so excited about how things have set up for Monster the Ravaging.
So good.
It is the political game. It's gotten so like whatever's like they brought the Vatican in. The Vatican was never in, but damn it, Gaius got the Vatican
into existence.
The Vatican has been there since we investigated the first.
So good. So join us for that. It's going to be a very. I bet it's going to go really bad for them in the best possible way. I'm sure multiple people get blown up more than once. And then a week from tonight, we're back with more MEI. Also, just to be clear about it, so yeah, Jeremy has to leave this game for he has a conflict on Mondays. That's why we've moved Will to the thing. So Will still be in the thing, and I can check in with Jeremy here and there. Maybe he can come back and play at some point, but it sounds like he's going to be pretty solidly on Mondays for a while. So we'll see him again soon, I'm sure. And he's actually working on another cool thing for us, unrelated, that I'll be debuting pretty soon. A little tease for that. Very cool thing. So, thank you all so much for watching. You can go to our Discord to interact with us, our YouTube to watch old episodes, our wiki to see how these things intersect. Anybody want to plug anything, mention anything? Man-Zookus, Woman-Zookus, reference movie?
Person-Zookus.
Person-to-core?
Off the top of my head, because I didn't think about it until just now, but it's just back, so it's on. I'm going to recommend Severance, because I feel like that.
It's about work.
Kind of, yeah. And replacing a missing employee in the first season, so
there you go.
Feels like it falls in all right.
Fun stuff. All right, thank you so much. You're all wonderful people. Until next time, if you need magic items, you need MEI.